Today I'll be attempting a Parabellum challenge, and I thought I'd just let them explain the challenge for you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this clip.
The very first challenge today for Florry versus Kara is,
As
as anyone have the least amount of HRE members without dismantling HRE. So you're not allowed to dismantle the HRE. You can play as Austria, the Ottomans, Poland, Ming, Ulm, whoever you want to be playing as. You can be playing as anyone, but you have to have the least amount of HRE members without dismantling HRE.
So Ulm is a pretty tempting pick. I almost went with them. So in this challenge, Florryworry played against Kara. I didn't watch much of the run, so I'm just gonna give you guys the results. Kara ended with 64 member states in the HRE.
Get rid of anyone herself personally. The only thing that happened is the Italians left.
Florry left 14 members in the HRE. And if I can beat Florry at anything, it's gonna be Austria. So I thought I'd give this challenge a go. If you guys enjoy this, please consider subscribing. We're closing on 20k subs. That's my goal by the end of the summer. So any support would be greatly appreciated. With that said, let's get into the actual gameplay. So look at the timer just above me. You can see it. I'm going to be playing on 4 speed to simulate the lag that the contestants will face. Yeah, let's just get into it. So this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm going to be kind of reviewing what we did because I was so focused when we were playing that it was hard to commentate very well. I tried to commentate, but I thought I'd be better just to talk about it. Florry's like that a beginner, so basically it's free. I'm confident. I like it. Come on, RNG, be with me. I start by praying to the RNG. That's pretty good. RNG's looking good for me. I see I get the Bohemia Alliance if possible. When you know, you know. So I'm just thinking I want to improve relations with Bohemia. RNG, I can feel it coursing. And the RNG is looking beautiful. We got the Burgundy Alliance. Things are going to be looking great. Just going through and doing my estates. I decided the only important estate is the mana privilege one. I don't want my crown to be bad because I want to dev the gold to hold myself in the game. Right off the rip, we're going to be doing the Independent Army, the Grand Company, and the Free Company. And we're going to want to declare on Brandenburg super early. The reason being is because you get permanent claims on all of North Germany if you do the Brandenburg mission. So I do manage to lock in all my alliances. So I get Burgundy, Poland, and Bohemia, and Hungary. So I have 4 powerful allies that will help me in my conquest. So you can see here I'm declaring my first war of the campaign, about 3 minutes into the timer. I'm going to go into the war alone. I don't want to promise anyone land just in case they try to steal it, because I need 5 provinces and Berlin to get the mission. I actually don't delete my forts in this case because I feel like they could be useful, just to slow people down from sieging. I get a good win over here, and I'm kind of just trying to chase them out. It's always a struggle to stack fight people, as they run around like crazy. So I'm breaking alliances during this war with the electors that I grabbed for the mission. I'm trying to not pause as much as possible because I'm really restricted on time. So anytime I pause, it's just it's not good. I try to make stacks at least 10 because a fort requires 9 to siege, factoring in like attrition. So I'm even attaching mercs together to simplify everything. So in the war, I'm just trying to grab these 5 provinces here. But I've already used up about 8 minutes doing this war, which is a little, I don't know. All right, so end the war kind of bad. I kind of spent a good bit of time deciding what to do next, more than I'd like. I'm trying to find a massive war, and I want to call in all my allies. So I'm kind of just like looking around like, okay, Bohemia, what do I do? So I look around for almost 2 full minutes before I decide, hey, I just need to do something. I can't wait for my allies. I want to declare like one super war where I co-belligerate a ton of people, but I need all my allies to join. So I decide I need to do something in the meantime. So I just declare in Salzburg. It's a pretty easy war. I think there's just 1 ally. So I'm just trying to do something useful while I wait. I'm looking around a lot during this war, like, okay, what war? I want to find a war I can co-belligerate everybody, but I'm having trouble finding that war. I can only get like 6 people, and I don't want to call in all my allies to just that war. That's not very useful. I can't call in my allies to more than 1 war because they have the already in a war modifier. So 15 minutes have gone by, and we've only really done the 1 war, and I'm looking for another war. I'm decided that, okay, now Burgundy's in a war. So now I have to wait even longer. So I better just keep doing something. So I just do this war, which is going to be against Landshut and I think Ansbach, something like that. Just a small war. So again, I'm still waiting for Burgundy. So I decide, hey, I need to do another war. I just gotta stay active while I'm waiting. So I declare on Munich. I'll be fighting Nassau and Goslar as well. These wars aren't terribly difficult. I'm way outnumbering them, so it's not super challenging yet. But I haven't really done a lot, and I'm already down about 1/3 of my total time. So I finally find the war that I've been looking for. You can see here I can call in all my allies now. Nobody's at war, and I'm just trying to co-belligerate a lot of people. But I have to be careful with this because I don't want it to be too big of a war that I'm going to lose, because that could definitely happen. And I don't want my allies to like leave the war early and then leave me with tons of people to fight. That would be a pretty bad scenario for me. So you can see I still outnumber them quite a bit here. I have 164k guys to 116k. Sorry, the overlay here, the way I'm watching this is a little scuffed, so you can't see the number great, but take my word for it. We've got about 200,000 to there, maybe about 150,000. So it should be a pretty easy win. So we just go and jump into that. And funny enough, my run actually gets interrupted here for a brief moment. My PC runs out of space, which is kind of funny. Glad that didn't happen in the real tournament, because the game started to kind of stroke when you're completely out of space. I had 15 megabytes left. So I had to pause it for just a second and it deletes some stuff, which is kind of funny. If this was the real tournament, I would have been screwed if I let my space get full. I mean, I guess I just wouldn't need to record the rest of it, and that would be fine. But for the sakes of this video, obviously, I need to record it. So I pick back up. About, I don't know, 30 seconds or a minute has passed. So I paused the timer and then kind of just picked back up after I cleared space on my hard drive and stuff. But anyhow, so we're just in that one big war, and these other 3 wars have been taken care of already. This war is kind of chaotic because I'm really trying to help my allies not leave the war. Like I'm looking over at Burgundy and I'm like, oh, he's going to leave the war, so I'm going to walk over to him. But I really can't walk over to him because there's so many forts that I have to walk through. So I can't actually help Burgundy in a very meaningful way, but I'm trying. I lose Vienna to rebels. That's not ideal, but you know, we're max war exhausted, of course, so that's going to happen. So Burgundy ended up piecing out of the war. Even my best efforts to help him out didn't pan out. He got 2 siege and left the war, so that's not great for me. But it does give me an opportunity to perhaps call him into another war later. So it's kind of like, it's not great, but it's manageable. What a quitter. So I've just been fighting this one war for about 10 minutes now, or maybe more. It's a lot of people though, so I'm trying to do the best I can. What happened a bit later is Poland will quit the war too. But I was able to call Poland and Burgundy back into a kind of big war. There's about 50,000 troops, or, you know, I don't know, maybe 10 nations. So it kind of turned out in my favor in some ways. So we got 2 pretty big wars, and then 3 not so big wars. So we got 20 minutes left. And just to know, we didn't get Hungary in 1455, unfortunately. So the RNG didn't pan out there. And we haven't got the inheritance yet. So that's, you know, it is what it is. It happens. So kick off another war. I decided I want to kill Trent. He is allied to the Papal States, which isn't that big of a deal. It's a little annoying, but I can deal with it. The other wars are kind of wrapped up, so I just need to be active with more wars. Declare war on Sicily next. I'm going to have to get Bosnia out of the war, so it's a little bit annoying, but I want to get rid of Sicily. He's just one more nation to get rid of. Everything has to be done by just me at this point, because my allies are in both the wars, so they can't be called into anything. So I have war with this OPM here. Burgundy broke alliance with me. I'm not sure why. Didn't even realize that happened. But they were still in the wars that they were fighting for me, so I don't know what happened there. Didn't even actually notice that when we were playing it. I'm starting to get stressed for sure, because I'm like, there's 13 minutes left, and I need to get a lot more done to even have a chance at coming close to Florry's score. I try to piece out a couple people because I'm like, okay, if there's no coalition going to form, I might as well piece out some people and have been a little less wars. So we piece out Silly here. I'm trying to fabricate claims on some areas that I don't have CBs on. Just trying to do everything I can in the last 8 minutes. I'm really stressed, just doing everything I can. I'm trying to get some last minute wars in because I know I need more. I'm not convinced I have enough, so I'm trying to war with Stettin here. He has no allies. I'm just declaring war on a free city at this point. I don't have any authority to get rid of the free city status, but I'm just like, okay, any other wars? Trying to squeeze in a couple last nations. I'm going through and trying to find any last minute wars that are easy pickings. Like I can't go to war with some people because maybe they're allied to Bohemia and that's going to take too long. So I'm just kind of looking at what's going on. And at this point, bankruptcy is looming. I'm debasing, trying to stretch it. I think I'm selling titles, maybe exploiting. But I also realized I only have 5 minutes to end all the wars. And there's like 3 wars I need to win still. So you can see I'm only like 6% war score here. So definitely in a stressful situation. I'm like, okay, I need to end all these wars, but I need to win like 3 more wars too. I only have 4 minutes left and I have to piece out like literally 50 people. But I need to win some more wars. Like I'm sieging down some forts. So what I end up having to do is piece people out without unpausing the game. Just trying my hardest to piece everyone out, but without pausing too much. I'm taking money in every time too, so it's kind of staving off my bankruptcy, but I am just like trying really hard, just like peace out as fast as possible. So I have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. I'm still in 5 wars. And I am just drastically trying to, you know, I'm like panicking, trying to end the wars as fast as possible, just like go, you know, like you could see it just like, I'm clicking Gotland. I'm like, oh, not Gotland. What am I doing? And I'm just like trying to get through all these menus. I like don't have time to raid things. And I'm just like, and I'm trying to not pause the game too, because I'm still not, you know, I got to siege at least 2 other people still. It's like I can't pause the game really, or I'm trying not to. I am pausing it a bit, but trying to not. So you can see here I'm down to 3 wars, but that's deceptive because it's not that as good as it looks, because this is a thing. This war is still like a million nations, and I need to piece out. I have a bit of fortitude to do that. There's a lot of nations to piece out. Again, same thing, just not pausing, trying to frantically click, go as fast as possible. So you guys watched the last minute. You can see I'm just frantically trying to piece people out. I'm like, please click. I still haven't sieged out Stettin either, so I'm trying not to pause. 40 seconds. Just doing everything I can. Just trying to click. I keep clicking Gotland. Like I'm like, what the hell's happening?
What?
I can't. I can't get re-go. F. Okay, just go. Go. 23 seconds. Just piecing out Saxo. 12 seconds. And we get the last piece out with 6 seconds left. I made it. Oh my god. I don't even know if I won at this point. I'm just like, good hell. I did everything I could. I tried. I gave it my all. I'm also bankrupt. I didn't realize when that happened, but apparently it happened. So I go bankrupt right there. Luckily, they're still willing to peace out because they're fully sieged. I didn't even mean to go bankrupt, by the way. Just kind of rewinding that. Press it. So I end up with 12 members. So good enough to beat Florry. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Now, I want to tell you guys, you know, in honesty, this was my 3rd attempt at the challenge. So it's not like I would have beat him, really, right? It's like I just wanted to beat him eventually because he's too damn good at the game. My first try, I got 30. Then my next try, 20. And then my 3rd try, 12. So just to be completely fair, I would have not beat him. But here is the run that would have beat him. Florry probably shouldn't be allowed to play. He's too good, you know? Joking, of course. I love to see him in the contest. For those of you that don't know Florry, he's an awesome guy. He's a content creator he'll give you the time of the day. Like, I asked him a question and, you know, he takes the time to respond to me and talk to me. And, you know, he treats me like a person, which, you know, sometimes other content creators that are bigger, I won't give names. I'm not trying to single anyone out here, but, you know, kind of acted like they are too good for me and don't want to give me the time of the day. But Florry's not like that. And I really do appreciate that. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. And we beat Florry, GG easy, first try. We would have beat him in the contest 100%, no problems.